Hey there, fans. Welcome back to Prime Animations. As always, we bring you an update on where the project stands at the very beginning of the month. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and acknowledge the fact that we've reached 32,000 subscribers on our channel. So that's pretty cool. We continue to increase every month. We add more and more people. More and more people get exposed to the project that we're working on, and that's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So for those of you who are new, welcome. What I do is normally every single month I give a project update on our accomplishments from the prior month, what we're currently working on, and then what we're going to be doing next, right? So let's go ahead and jump into it. What I'd like to do is I switched it up last month and I want to keep going with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle first actually by project, right? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is Galvatron's Revenge and everything that revolves around that, right? So as far as rendering goes, we actually met our 2 scene renders per month. So remember, mathematically speaking, I talked about how we needed to enhance, render, and create audio files for 2 scenes every single month in order for us to be able to have this visible and ready for everybody to view by the end of this year. So we managed to hit our rendering goal, which we rendered out scenes 19 and scene 18-8. Slow hanging fruit. So we went ahead and took care of that. Now, as far as retexturing scenes, we retextured the following scenes: 1811, 1810, 18:9, 18:8, and 18:7. So as you can see there, we've pretty much done all of the retexturing for 5 different subscenes, right? So what does that leave? That leaves subscenes 18:6, 5, 4, and 3 to be done as far as 18. And then Jasmine's going to switch on over to scene 11 once she's done there, right? And that's pretty much it for retexturing. Now, as far as animation enhancement goes, that we did a really good amount. We did scenes 14B and 14C were completed this month. Scene 18:7, 18:8, 18:12, and scene 19 were all completed. Obviously, I mentioned 19 and 18:8 as they were rendered. So we did a lot in the month of February, even though February was a small month, right? So just to recap, we rendered 2 scenes, we retextured 5, and we enhanced a total of 6 different scenes, right? And that's a mixture of an actual scene or a sub-scene, either or. I mean, the sub-scenes are just as long as regular scenes. So anyhow, so that's what's going on. That's what was accomplished for Galvatron's Revenge, right? Now, ongoing assignments. So like I mentioned, the scenes that are still remaining to be retextured. So for the next coming month, for this month of March, that's going to be Jasmine's focus, finishing up 18:6, 18:5, 18:4, and 18:3, and then 18 is completely done because I did 18:2 and 18:1 back in January. So she's got basically 4 sub-scenes to go, which I imagine she's going to get done between this week and next week. So I would say by the 2nd week of March, she'll be completely done, and then we can move on over to scene 11. Now, as far as enhancements go, what's currently being worked on is scene 18:10, 18:9, and I am going to start probably 18:6 as soon as Jasmine gives me the thumbs up that she is done retexturing that scene. So those are 3 scenes that hopefully will get completed by this month. Well, I shouldn't say hopefully. I know I already saw what 18:9 looks like, and it should be done within the next couple of days. So once we do that, we'll go ahead and work on the next couple of scenes that are coming up. I suspect it's a good possibility that all of 18 gets done by the end of this month. There's a good chance, if not 90% of it, which puts us really, really way ahead of schedule. So that's good news, right? Going back, like we talked about, future assignment. Once 18 is completely done, Jasmine's going to then shift focus to scene 11, retexturing all of the scenes, right? So we're talking about 14 different sub scenes that she'll be retexturing. right? Then as far as scene enhancements, again, once 10, 9, and 6 are done for scene 18, we'll then shift to 18.5, 18.4, and 18.3, right? And we'll keep going. If we need to get down to 18.1 and 18.2, we'll include that there. But for now, those three are the primary focus. Rendering, what I plan on rendering is scene 18.12, 18.7, 14B, and 14C. I'm going to try and see if I can render 4 scenes this month instead of 2. So again, trying to progress. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, when is Galvatron's Revenge going to come out? I can't give you a date, man. To be honest with you, we keep hitting snags that are really frustrating. I'm going to have conversations with my team because my team gives me dates of what they accomplish or when they can accomplish by, and there's certain people that are not hitting those dates, and it's causing other people to miss their dates, and it's causing for more and more delays. Now, since we've kind of reshuffled things, hopefully we can move up the timeline. So again, my earliest projection was the end of the year, so December. But based on some things that I'll talk about in the special projects or special topics section, that timeline can be moved up in certain aspects. In other aspects, it can't. So we're reshuffling things, we're re-strategizing to try and get it as soon as possible, to be honest with you. All right, let's now shift on over to Dinobots Unleashed. So as far as things that were completed, I actually asked someone, and I'll mention the person. Actually, no, you guys know him already. Shaker. Shaker's been modeling. He modeled a special character for us. So I asked him to go back and take a look at Skylynx's face. I didn't like the way I did him, to be honest with you. So he went back and remodeled Skylynx's face, and it came out phenomenal. As you can see here in the picture that I'm posting, he did a phenomenal job redoing the face. So we did that. We reworked Skylynx's face. No storyboards until Jasmine is done with her retexturing assignments. Then she'll go back into finishing up scene 12 is where she left off. So that's more than likely going to happen based on how quickly she moves. I suspect she'll be back to storyboarding maybe by June. Crossing my fingers on that, right? And then we did release our character design for Sludge. So as you can see here, we've rounded out all of our Dinobots. That was the last character that needed to be shown to you guys. And so as you can see, he's there. We did do an episode of Prime crossovers, so I'll mention that in the special topics. But for now, you can go ahead and see what he looks like. As far as Dinobots Unleashed is concerned, everything is paused for the moment, right? Future assignments, though, there will be that I've been mentioning for a while that I needed to do another audition video, and I finally, now that I've completed the Dinobots, I can finish that up. So I'll be working on finalizing the next audition video, and that'll be our next focal point as far as the assignment goes, because remember, Jason's the one who's handling that. He's listening to the audios that come in the auditions. So he's the one that's really in charge of that. So I'll be getting with him as far as when we're going to pinpoint, who's made it and who hasn't, and so on and so forth. So be on the lookout for that video this month for sure. And then we'll continue to update you guys as we go along. So let's get into the special topic. So I'm not sure if you guys were able to see, but we actually posted on Super Bowl Sunday our rendered trailer. It's our very first rendered trailer, fully rendered. It was received very, very well by the vast majority. There were some constructive criticisms, which we have taken a look at. For instance, there's no shadows in one of the scenes, scene 9 specifically. I had Ben take a look at it. It looks like one of the lights was not casting a shadow or something like that. So we actually need to re-render that scene, just specifically the aspect where the shadows aren't popping up. So, but as far as the trailer goes itself, it's gotten since then 46,000 views and still counting. Unfortunately, YouTube has switched I guess the classification of it. It made it kids only or safe for kids or something like that. I don't really quite fully understand that, but unfortunately, they did make that switch. I tried to appeal it. I tried to do the normal appeal. That didn't work. I actually managed to contact their support area and challenge it that way, and that individual escalated it, but it still got declined. So there's really nothing I can do about that. From what I understand, it prevents people from commenting, which really it stinks because I enjoy reading everybody's comments. Number one, it inspires and it motivates us, and then number two, for those constructive criticisms, they're really beneficial because you guys are an extra set of eyes, right? So really, really unfortunate that happened. Also, it's the algorithm. It changes the algorithm so less people are then exposed to the video, which then means less people are exposed to the project. So I'm going to ask you guys that if you share it, if you guys like it, if you guys are able to, if you guys have social media platform, please share the trailer so more people can see it, and they are exposed to the project that we're working on, right? The other thing that I think is pretty funny is that there's people that you always have, again, the groups of trolls and haters and whatever the case may be. I think it's funny how they're comparing our project to official Hasbro projects. They're comparing it. Some people are comparing it to RID. Some people are comparing it to Transformers One. Other people are comparing it to other things like, and comparing it to the actual show itself. Maybe they're meaning it well, no, they're definitely trying to insult me, but in actuality, what they do is they're actually complimenting me, because you're not comparing my stuff to other fan projects. You're comparing to legitimate, official, professional 100 million, or not 100 million, but $1 million budgets, right? And we're simply a group of fans doing this for free just because of the passion that we have. We're doing it for zero, free. And so to have it compared to that, it's a compliment. It's an indirect compliment. So keep trolling. All you're doing is feeding us and getting us to push further and up our game and deliver more quality, right? So I just think it's funny. If they compared us to other projects, then it would be an apples to apples. But because they're comparing us to official, professional grade material, it's an indirect compliment where they're trying to insult. So a big fail for you guys, for those folks that did that or that tried to do that. Next thing I'd like to talk about, we brought in two new modelers. Two new animators, so artists essentially. So you guys know Shaker. Shaker's been working for us as far as modeling. He's been modeling some 3D characters that are not to be revealed anytime soon. But he wants to transition over to the animation side. So he actually did that. He at his request, and he's working on, actually, if I'm not mistaken, scene 1810. He's working on 1810. So we've got an extra animator, which is phenomenal. That's the part that I was talking about, how our timeline now shifts, as opposed to potentially looking at end of the year. If these guys can produce, at least one sub scene, it shouldn't be that long. It shouldn't take like more than 2 weeks to do this, to be honest with you. So if they could do 2 sub scenes a month, that'll push us up to maybe August as far as the animation goes, right? And then the audio still needs to be worked on, and then the special effects that happens in post, right? That also needs to be done as well. We've made enhancements there as well. Then the other artist that we brought on was Sake. Sake is from the UK, and he's been looking to join our team since last year. So he's finally made it on board, and he's working on scene 18:9. And he showed me a little, he's almost done with it. He showed me his progress yesterday, as a matter of fact. I would say he's like 90% done with that already, and it's only been about a couple of days since he's actually joined us. Actually, it's 5 days today, as a matter of fact. So we're looking forward to having him finish that up and moving on to the next sub scene. Like I said, final audition video is coming this month. What we're going to do is we're going to put in, we did 2 videos last year. One half the first video, the next half, the second video. This time, we're going to put all of them together, do one final casting call, and then we're going to start to make our decisions. So I'm going to get with Jason. We're going to review what we've gotten thus far and what we're going to get, and we're going to start to, whittle on down. Again, we are looking for your ability to voice act. We are looking for the sound, the portrayal of the character that's at the forefront. And then in addition to, right, your mic quality. There was some issues that we had in our first film with mic quality with some of the voice actors. We want to make sure that we eliminate or minimize that as much as possible. So those are the three things that we're looking for. Just another reminder, when you do send in an audition, send it into gman3330@gmail.com. And then also when you include the audio file, Jason specifically wanted a clean file, so no audio manipulation to it whatsoever. Don't add any type of voice effect to it, like a robotic effect. Don't do that. He just wants the raw, clean file. Let's see. We'll do another comparison video from our unrendered to our rendered. We're going to do that this month. Why we're going to do that? Just, I promised you guys that we would. Figured that would hold you guys over till the next trailer, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, the next trailer is going to take place probably, I would say, around May. But for the meanwhile, we'll give you another enhancement comparison. And the point of this video is to show you, number one, what the video looks like unrendered versus rendered, and then in areas where we've made enhancements regarding the animation, maybe adding gestures, smoother timing, or better timing, I should say, or smoother animation, right? That's the purpose of that. So you can see the little tweaks here and there, and so on and so forth. Prime crossovers, we managed to do 2 episodes. We managed to reveal our version of Transformers Prime Ironhide, which is set to be introduced in Ultimate Annihilation. And then we also did our version of Transformers Prime Sludge, which is obviously in Dinobots Unleashed. So that has been fully posted. If you haven't caught those videos, what we do is we show you our design process. We take it from simple, very basic stick figure, and then we flesh everything out till we get to the final results. So yeah, so look for the next Prime crossover video to happen maybe middle to third week of March, somewhere around there. And the next character, give it to you guys now so you guys can get excited. The next character is looking to be our version of Transformers Prime Lockdown. So be ready for that. No toy reviews happened this month. Again, it was a short month. I was trying to get one in yesterday and I just couldn't. So, but I'll definitely pick that up for this month. This month is a longer month. We got so much going on that I'm trying to do the art. I think the art stuff is more important than the toy reviews. So I hope you guys don't get mad. I'm almost positive that you guys won't. But I do want to let you guys know. We did do our live streaming. That was fun. We'll do the next one on the 21st of March, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, 30 minutes worth of cool artwork and 30 minutes worth of funny memes. And then, let's see, I think that's about it. That's all I have for you guys. One last mention, I guess, the audio, I forgot to place it in there, but we are working on the audio right now. I think scene 8 was completed as far as audio goes at the beginning of the month. And what's being worked on currently is, if I'm not mistaken, scene 10. Is being worked on, and then next after scene 10 is going to be scene 13. So Aiden's been working on that. I do want to let you guys know what we're doing is, now that we've brought 2 new animators, we're shifting. Like I said, we're changing strategies up. What we're going to do is myself, Shaker, and Sake, we're going to handle the animation enhancements. Ben is going to create a texture library for scene 11, and then he's going to hand that off to Jasmine. Jasmine, when she's done with scene 18 completely, she's then going to shift on over to retexturing scene 11. Ben will then work with Aiden to speed up the audio. Right now, we're supposed to be doing 2 audio files two scenes, per month as far as audio files, and we're falling a little bit short. We only did 1 in the month of January, and we've only done in February. So 1 January, 1 February, we're behind. It's supposed to be 2. So Ben's going to help Aiden out on the audio side while I continue to render. I will more than likely spend my weekends rendering and just letting the computer render, because during the weekday I use my computer for work, and I can't render and work at the same time. It just slows everything down, and the amount of data that I use or I work with at work, it's massive. So it wouldn't work out. So that's going to be our lineup. So once again, I'm going to be handling all the rendering, which I've been doing. So that continues. I'm going to be with Shaker and Sake continuing to enhance and fix the animation from the list of things that we needed to. Meanwhile, Aiden will work on the audio, and then Jasmine will continue retexturing everything. So that's going to be our lineup. What I'm hoping happens is we go from a projected December finish to a possibly September, October finish, if not sooner, right? It just depends on how quick we move, and hopefully we stop having these ridiculous and ultimately super frustrating hiccups and delays that we continue to have. So guys, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Hope you guys enjoyed the trailer. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, the link is in the description below. Go ahead and click it, check it out. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share it out there on all your social media platforms. Guys, till next time, peace out. Till all are one. Bye-bye.